Hello guys, this is Pia Viche from Toastmasters, and today I would like to share with you my fear-proof method for speech writing. Speech writing is an art, which means that every time you look at your speech, you're going to find something else to fix. But don't worry, this is not what speech writing is about. Speech writing, speeches, are a way to get an idea through. What you really want is to get your audience engaged and pass on a message. And today we're going to see how to start crafting a speech so that you get exactly that. This method for speech writing has 5 steps, and it's an iterative process. The first one is define a goal, then write the outline. Third, choose supporting materials. 4, make a close, conclude your speech. And finally, check it all over again at least once before you deliver it. Let's go to step 1, define your goal. Many people freeze when defining goal of the speech. However, fear not. The goal of a speech has 2 parts, the content and the form. The content is that thing that you want to talk about. Let's say that you really like to talk about speech writing. The second part of the goal is what I like to call the form. It's the shape that you're going to give to that topic. And in Toastmasters we learned that there's 4 basic things that you can do in a speech. You can inform your audience, you can motivate them to do something, you might want to persuade them to take action, or you might just be entertaining. So let's see some examples. The first one is informational. I could just maybe let you know what are the steps to speech writing, or what are the elements of speech writing. That's an informative speech. But maybe I want to do something else. Maybe I want to motivate you to write your speeches. I would do that by letting you know how effective it is to write a speech, or how much fun you're going to have with it. The third basic form is persuasion. I might want to persuade you to write your speeches, and then I will remind you for motivation. I will give you some tools to write your speeches, and then I will let you know the results. I will give you reasons to want to write a speech, and then call you to action for that. But maybe I just want to entertain you. How could I entertain someone with speech writing? Well, how about a bunch of stories when speech writing went wrong, or when the lack of speech writing went wrong? You see, I have 4 different ways to treat the exact same topic. And that's the first thing that you need to decide when you're going to sit down and write your speech, or when you're thinking about it. Once you have the goal more or less defined, you need a couple more elements to define really how far you're going to go with your topic. And the first one is time. How much time do you have to deliver your speech? If you have a 30-minute address, you can have a lot of things covered in that time. You could have anywhere between 10 and 15 points you want to cover, and perhaps you could be looking at persuading a big audience, or perhaps even having an activity within your speech. However, if you have what we normally have at Toastmasters, 5 to 7 minutes, you have to take the audience really quickly from where they stand right now to where you want to take them. And that is the second element that you should have into consideration. And that is, where is the audience standing with this topic right now? Is it a controversial topic that everyone is going to be a little bit against? Is it something that everyone will agree to very quickly? Is it something people consider taboo? Or maybe it's just something that people consider disgusting. How is your audience relating to this topic before you start to speak will define how far you can go with this topic in the time allotted. So that is the goal of the speech. Let's move on to the second element of drafting a speech, and that is the outline. The outline is the route that we're going to follow to get your audience from where they are to where they want to be. And in a Toastmasters speech, from 5 to 7 minutes, you would have normally the following outline. You would start with an introduction where you call upon the attention of your audience and you tell them exactly what you're going to do. You give them the goal of your speech. Today, I want to show you how to write a speech. Then you would have the content of the speech. For a 5 to 7 minute experience, you would normally have time for 2 or 3 ideas. What are ideas? Well, they are the stepping stones to get the audience from where they are to where you want them to be. And the closing would be a summary of the points that I have covered. That is more or less the structure of an outline. And once you have it for your speech, it's going to make things so much easier. This was a short video on getting you started for writing your first speech. Let's see what we saw today. Remember, whatever you do, set your goal in the beginning. Consider your audience and where you want to take them. Then, write a map, write a route to follow, which is your outline. And within your outline, you have to choose those supporting ideas and supporting materials that will help you drive the information to the audience. And finally, wrap everything up with a nice summary so people remember it. That's been all for today. It's been a pleasure. See you for the next time.